here we go video. Still running the Hawk, sorta. So here we are. I like to record my thoughts after I leave the estate sale rather than give you the Mod Podge of my camera going like this and like that and everyone bumping into me. Rather than showing you all that, I'm just gonna tell you about it, which does make it a little more boring, but at least you can use my thought processes for your own thought processes as your business goes along. So as mine goes along, I started out making $100 purchases, then $200 pile purchases, $500, and then $1,000, and then $2,000. And as you climb the reselling ladder, I guess you could say, you do get to the point where you have the ability to make a $5,000, $10,000 purchase. When you fall into that category of when you have that amount of capital and the ability to buy like that, it can become dangerous for your business to put those kinds of funds into categories that you don't have a freaking clue about. So with that being said, there was three or four different lots that they had in the home of cards. Mainly there was a couple different lots. One lot was like an overflow lot, which was kind of okay, but they wanted 4 for it, which was kind of high. I would have paid $1,000 for that lot tops. That's the most I was gonna pay. And then they had one that was 10. I crunched the numbers out by eye, not looking at any cards, and it looked like 3,500 to me, and they're at 10. So I mean, you could have maybe paid 5 and did okay. And there were people in there thinking about buying it at 10,000. So they were crunching the numbers out at 10. I was far from there, so I didn't think I was a player on the lot. And the estate sale company knows that I like to just buy a whole room or a whole pile of stuff. They threw out the option of both lots at 8,500. And that was their offer to me, where I felt I could have maybe countered that at like 75, but I still felt I was a little too high by 1,500. So I didn't really want to do that. So I went over and asked a couple of the guys that were really thinking about the lot, and I just said to them, do you see anything worth $1,000 in there? Like one item? Is there one item in this pile that's worth $1,000? And they all agreed that there wasn't. So if there was, I would have just pushed them out of the way and then just bought the lot at my offered price, which would have been like 65 at the tops. And I probably would have not got it, but if I hung around long enough and nobody bought it, then definitely I would have got it. But yet again, that's a lot of money to invest into a category that you don't know a lot about and that you're just diving into. There was one person that did get the better of the lots, because there was 2 other lots that you could buy, but they were earlier in line, where I was number 70. So I waited around just to see if the lots were priced high, wait around, and then I can get it for a lower price once I got in there. That was kind of my tactic of waiting around. Normally I wouldn't even go to a sale at number 70, because usually the items that I'm looking for are usually gone. I don't want to be like, I don't mind selling trash, but my junk and trash that I sell is very selective. At least I try to be. So I just select what like I want to sell rather than like maybe what will sell or what could sell. I kind of just sell what I like to sell. But anyway, yeah, the lots. I don't know what to say. I didn't want to put my business in a bad situation with low amount of capital for the middle of summer when bigger and better purchases could come along. So I just didn't think that that was smart at all. So that's all I got for really the video. It's mainly just for you to be cautious of where your money, where you're going to invest it all into one shot. Know what you're doing. Think about it. If you have to require more than 5 to 10 minutes of thought on a big purchase like that, it's probably not for you. And that's kind of where I was at. I did the numbers, I crunched them in my head, I knew where I was at to make money blind without looking at any of it, and those are my numbers, and that's the way I do it. It's kind of an odd way to buy, but unless if you really know what you're looking at. And again, within the cards, like I don't know what's in these card lots. There was different shelves. So say you got a shelf with a binder, like say you got a shelf with all binders and they're all full, and it says they're all, you know, what's supposed to be in the coordinated year to the coordinated brand. All of them were in the card sets, you know. So I just went through and did like 100 a shelf. I counted 100 a shelf. I counted it all out. You know, a box. I did 100 a tote, 100 a tote, and that's kind of how I figured it out. They were better of the better of the cards. That's why they were probably at 10,000. So he probably did the same thing and went 300 a shelf to get to the 10, because I was at like 3,300. So I really think he did the same thought process of how to add it all up and how to figure it all out. I really think he did the same thing that I did. Didn't look at anything, just did a mathematical equation by eye looking at it. I don't know. Could have been bad, could have been good. That's all I wanted to talk about, is to just be a little weary of making $1, $2, $3, $10, $5,000 purchases. You need to know what you're doing. Stuff like that can really bite you when you can spend 100 and make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 grand, or you could spend 5 grand and make 5, 10, 20 grand. So that's all I got. Thanks for coming by and stopping by for the little chat. I hope you learned something through that. Take some advice in some sort of little ways you can right there, all right? Thanks. Peace. Later.